it's Sable again. I'm here with my co-host.
Hey everybody, Fonzie over here.
All right, today we want to get caught up on a few talking points that we have seen here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Fonzie, would you like to start us off?
Yeah, first and foremost, I want to thank Juan Munoz that was with us a couple weeks ago. And I really want to say thank you for coming along to our show and experiencing this with us. We're glad to help you with, supporting your message to everybody about mental health. And it's something that's it's very thought-provoking. So I was glad to speak with him. I want everybody to know that he's going to be at the Samstown show this August. It's going to be August 26th and 27th. So if you want to pick his brain, or if you want to get his book, he's going to be available there for book signing and any of his art signing. Aside from that, we were grateful that Scott was able to let us use his store. We're very grateful for Scott with teaming up with us and allowing us to be able to record whenever we need to do these kind of interviews and stuff like that. Thank you, Scott. We're planning on bringing you some good business.
Yes. Another thing, did you want to talk any further about what was happening at Samstown again? Because that's only, I believe, a month away.
Yeah, Samstown Sportscards, Toys, and Collectibles Expo is going to be August 26th and 27th. It's going to be at the Samstown Hall again. It's going to be pretty big. Last event that we had was a very good turnaround. I want to say that we had some very good guests. We had some wrestlers from Impact Wrestling. Actually, I think it was a majority of them. So a lot of people enjoyed the time that they were spending there. This upcoming one on August, we do have sponsors from WWDB TV, who hosts Aaron Phillips. He's the host and co-host of several shows, but the most known ones for us is going to be Aaron's Hour with Aaron Phillips. Sorry, Aaron. Thoughts that counts anywhere. He's going to be there. I believe they're going to be doing their live broadcasting during the show. And then we're also going to have the Las Vegas Aviators and a new one, Nino Booney World. This is the world that Juan Munoz writes for, and they're also participating as a sponsor as well.
Oh, so lots of new and upcoming people coming up to the show now.
Yes, and that's one of our main goals, is always helping the community grow, and part of the growth is having newcomers coming in. So we're gonna have D'Lo Brown is going to be participating in there for both Saturday and Sunday. Greg the Hammer Valentine for both days. And obviously, like I said, Juan Munoz is going to be there for both days in order for signing his art and his books. It's going to be pretty interesting. I know that you got a Star Wars, one of your Star Wars characters going to be there, huh?
She is one of the nicest people ever. And you know what? I think I might just take her up on her offer on giving her my kid, because she wanted our son so bad.
We can't give her our kid now. He's running. Back then, it was okay. She was carrying him, but... So, who is she?
This one is we're having Ariel, right?
Yes.
Ariel, she played a Jawa on Star Wars, and generally, she usually comes out with her mom as well. And both of those two women are just the nicest people you could ever meet. I swear, in my life, they are just sweethearts.
Oh, yeah.
But when I first met her, I had just had my son, and both her and her mom would come up. I was running a expo at the time, and I was running the ticket booth, and I had my 1-month-old son with me, and he was generally behind us in a stroller, sleeping or getting some milk, and her and her mom would just randomly come and steal our child away for hours and would be signing while he is sitting there on their lap. And you have no idea how much that actually helped me personally, just to take a breath and, focus on what I needed to do. And they did not want to give him back, and I was half tempted to just let them keep him.
Yeah, and the shoes, they were very nice ladies. I agree with you. We're always happy to see them in the events that we participate in. We thank them for participating in last year's Unicon, and I believe we're having at least Ariel is going to be there. I'm not sure if both of them are going to be there for the next event. We still got details to come up about the next event, but we'll be talking about that a little bit later on today. But yes, another special guest that we're going to have is a friend of the family's. It's Patrick Robinson, New Wave Comics, and we did interview him a couple months back. I believe it was right after the first show we had, right, with Samstown.
I think so, yeah.
And he's the best help ever. He tries to help out anybody who needs it. He makes the time in order to work with you and try to give suggestions and stuff like that. But he's a very humble guy, and it's a breath of fresh air to be able to speak with him. Him and his wife. I know his wife participates in a lot of those nonprofit organizations, right?
Yes.
The biggest one is the
Las Vegas
Avengers. Yes, I always forget to say the Las Vegas Avengers. I always want to just say the Avengers, but the Las Vegas Avengers, and they cosplay as the Avengers themselves, and any of the money that they make, they obviously just donate it to the charities. And they're a great team, great duo, and we're always glad to have them around in our shows and glad to have them around in our personal lives.
We are. We were able to find another expo that is coming out. It's called Oddities and Curiosities Expo. This one is definitely a strange one. I'm not going to lie. As we were looking up more information on it, it had a lot of quacky things about it.
It's an expo for weirdos, right?
It really is. So if anyone out there is watching us and listening, this expo that is happening in September 16th from 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. It's going to be on a Saturday. It is happening at the World Market Center. And the first thing that I had seen on it was quacky medical devices. I don't even know what to think of that to start off with. I was just like, oh, well, now I'm just kind of curious and want to go.
Well, that's why it's called the Curiosities, right?
The first thing I think he saw was...
yeah, they have a taxidermy class. I guess they got you get to taxiderm a rabbit, and I mean, it is unusual in and of itself, but I mean, you learn a skill, so I guess it's got its own value there. But yeah, it is going to be happening Saturday, September 16th. It is a single day event from what we can tell. But tickets, they do have early online prices for $10 per entry. And kids 12 and under are going to be free. But for the taxidermy class, they are asking for 18 and up preferred. If they're 16 and 17 years old, they just need a parent's permission, parent's authority. But I mean, it's a curious skill. It's obviously a necessary skill for some folks. You never know when you might come across someone that might want to pay you quite a hefty amount of money for their big game hunt, But the oddities,
unless they're doing snakes, I don't think there's much of it here in Vegas.
You got the mountain lions?
Very rarely. It's not like Wisconsin.
Wisconsin. Okay. But yes, and then they're also going to have an indoor museum, an oddities museum. That in and of itself has its own charge. But I mean, for $10 entry tickets, it's not much to add an additional $5 entry. Now, however, at the door prices, it does go up. It's going to be $15 to come in, and $7 for that the Oddities Museum, as they call it. So you definitely want to check them out. We'll put the link, their Facebook event, on our description below, and so that way you guys are able to look into it. If you guys think that these rarities and oddities Curiosities are your thing, I mean, even if it's not, and you just want to go just because you're curious, these kind of things open up so many doors to so many different hobbies that you didn't even know existed.
That's true. It definitely does sound interesting. I think I actually end up might wanting to go just to kind of see what it is all about. Again, curiosity, right? When you hear weird things, it's your mind just is like, how does that happen? It just instantly curious, and you just want to, you're intrigued.
Yeah.
So it does sound fun. It does sound like a family thing where the whole family can go out any age and kind of enjoy themselves for the day. And hey, it's indoors. I mean, we're already at 117-degree weather here in Vegas. So, I mean, at least it's something to do indoors and you're not melting out in the sun.
I mean, we're having things happening in August and happening again in September. I mean, Vegas is starting to show its life again. It's a good to see. And yeah, it's a good way to get out of the weather. Right now we're hitting, what was it yesterday? 113?
115.
115. We don't even know how high it's going to get this week. We're waiting for the 120s as soon as, because, I can only imagine how high it's gonna be. And going to these events, it's nice to go indoors and being able to go into an air conditioned building. Obviously, there's some body heat that's just accumulating from the footwork, but I mean, there's only so much you can do. But at least you're out of the sun, and you're enjoying your time. You're getting to see some collectibles, some weird stuff, even enjoying talking to some weirdos. You never know. But I mean, Vegas is the place to go when it comes down to expos, events, conventions, stuff like that. This is the place to be. And we're glad to participate in promoting these kind of things. How did you like the last Sam's Town show that we did?
I liked it. I mean, I was only there for, I think, the beginning of the first day. I helped my parents set up a booth. I helped where I could and at the time. I would say that because I didn't know exactly how big the area was going to be, we ended up bringing our kid because normally he's pretty good and just chilling in a stroller and watching a few Disney movies. But there just wasn't a lot of room for that. So I ended up leaving early. But from what I had seen, it seemed like every time I did pop my head in, it was busy. Everyone was enjoying themselves, having a great time. It was just a really nice little convention type thing where you can get out of the house, walk around a little bit, try to see if you can find one of those hidden gems that you don't have in your collection, whether that be a Funko Pop, cards, anything like that. Also gives people a chance to meet some superstars. So, I liked it. I enjoyed it very much. It seemed like everyone had a really great time.
Yeah, and I was there for the photography to take the photographs of everybody that wanted to do the green screen. We're going to be doing that again this event, but we're trying to obviously improve and evolve as the time goes on. So we're already made plans in order for you to be able to be there as well. So we might be able to push some nuances that we're trying to do. But we are going to still be participating in the Sam's Town show. We're avid members and sponsors, and we want to participate in any way we can to promote not only this show, but every show that we participate in. So if you guys are interested in any of the events that we're going to be participating, please don't hesitate to subscribe to us. We'll always announce it at least 2 months in advance, if not at least a month in advance. So that way you guys can keep up with where we're going to be, these kind of details that we have, as well as, coordinating with them on who's going to be participating in that, what kind of special guests they have, what kind of vendors they have. I mean, they have vendors like Game Day and my four sons from Boulder City. They're going to be there. So, you're going to have a variety of vendors, a variety of guest stars, and it's going to be big. We always want to make sure that these kind of events, they hit well. Aside from that, we hope that we can participate with our photography and being able to obviously give that effort to Sam's Town show, so that way it can be that much bigger and that much better for her.
Of course.
Now, everybody who has been following us, and those of you who haven't, know that we participated in Unicon. We were active members in Unicon 2022. And everybody's been asking us, when's Unicon 2023 going to be happening? Big news that we already gave up a couple months ago, but we always want to refresh everyone's memory. Unicon is now transforming into Silver State's Collectibles Expo. For many reasons, we wanted to make sure that everybody was able to find it easier and have it actually mean something for Nevada. So it's going to be the Silver State's Collectible Expo from here on forward. We do have a spring 2024 grand opening, as I like to call it. We got some big names that are coming up in the woodworks. And right now, we are talking to the main partners to see what kind of details we can give out, when we can give them out, just so that way you guys are informed as soon as we are given those infos. And so, Silver State Expo is going to be big 2024 spring. Please make sure to follow our page. There's going to be a Facebook page coming along as well for the Silver State's Collectible Expo, but the Unicon page will remain up until then, until Silver State's Expo 2024. So that way we can get all the people who were fans of the Unicon 2022 to be able to, keep up with our news and updates. You got any thoughts into it?
No, I'm excited to see what is going to happen in spring for the Silver States. I do know that it's going to be a complete transformation. There's people who were in last year's Unicon that are not in this year's or this next year upcoming one. So everything is changing. Everyone lives and learns. It's going to be very interesting and exciting to see how the turnaround is this for next year. I know that last year when we did it, it was fun. A lot of people had fun. You got to dress up in lots of costumes. They had food trucks. A lot of the vendors were really happy. They ended up having a good turnaround. I know that it was, as we were walking around a few times, I saw nothing but smiles on people's faces, kids' faces. I saw people holding bags with lots of Funko Pops and stuff. So it seemed like everyone had a really great time and they were enjoying themselves walking around and all that. And then we had the people from the art show come over as well, looking at everything as well. So, it's just going to be fun, just like it was in 2022. It's just going to be a little bit more updated and newer. We got new fresh minds into the mix. So hopefully everything is a big turnaround this time around.
Yeah, that's goodness to hear. Many people think of change, they always think of the negative, and I believe that in order to improve, in order to make these kind of shows bigger and better, you always need change. If you don't change, you become boring.
Well, so, not only that, but a big thing too about it is you learn. Yeah. No one instantly becomes successful overnight. You have to fail in order to get back up. That's how people grow. That's how businesses grow. No one comes into a business instantly learning, hey, this is how you're supposed to do it. It very is. You have to fall down in order to get back up and become the big bad dog up on top. So, when people hear change, they get scared and they're like, oh, is it going to fail? Is it going to go good? But you really have to look at the bigger picture and understand that, no one starts off instantly and becoming San Diego Comic-Con. You don't come off like that. You have to grow gradually and work your way up the ladder. And I think nowadays, a lot of people, they do think that way. They think that when a company starts, they want it to be good as San Diego Comic-Con. And I think that is a big downfall in our society now, is they're scared of change or new things happening, and they're afraid of it. And, you know, sometimes you just got to take that leap.
It's not only that, but I think that, you know, the last 3 years, the events of, you know, shutting down everything and, you know, the fear of the what ifs, it's changed a lot of people.
Yes.
And nowadays, everyone wants the instant gratification. I think is what you were talking about.
Yes.
Instant gratification. You know, you learn from any mistakes that you might have. You don't take it as a negative. You take it more as a building experience. You know, you learn that there's a crack in your system. You want to make sure that you figure out what made the crack, not just patch it up. So
Yes.
for those purposes, you know, obviously an annual event like this is going to take a bit of time to adjust. But, you know, with 2 events that we had, the Unicon 2021, 2022, and then after that, we're rebranding it to the Silver State Collectible Expo. So I hope that, you know, everything that we've accumulated knowledge-wise, it's going to show in the Silver States Expo. And I hope that we're capable of, you know, us as our marketing agency, we're capable of keeping up to par with them. We're going to try and get the word out as much as we can to try to support them and try to be able to make sure that everybody sees the vast difference between the last 2 events versus this one coming up. So if you guys like this video, please make sure to hit the like button. If you want to see any other videos, please make sure to click on the screen below. And please don't hesitate to message us if you want us to shout out any events that you are interested in and you want us to shout it out for other people to come along and participate in. Don't hesitate to email us or comment down in the section. All right.
All right. Thank you, guys. Bye. Stay hydrated. Stay cool.
Stay hydrated. Stay cool, guys.